Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Mubita Nawa, your friend and brother. We couldn't successfully record our lessons that we started yesterday due to network and other technical challenges. The six business lessons that my father and mother taught me. As some of you may know, I grew up in a home where my parents were government workers, civil servants. My father used to work at the airport. My mother was a teacher. Two passionate people who cared greatly about life, about destiny, about the gravity and responsibility of any father and mother towards not only his nuclear family but towards their extended family. So, in the conversations of our homes, in the struggles of life, and in the perceptions and opportunities that God had created and embedded into our parents, from a young age, I began to see leadership skills, entrepreneurship skills, and above all, management and personal development skills that I'd never seen before. So, to this day, my father, Mr. Charles Pumulo Nawa, may he so rest in peace, and my mother, Mrs. Patricia Mukumbuta Mubita Nawa, may her soul rest in peace. My parents became the epitome of all greatness, the very zenith of all management and entrepreneurial encapsulation. They were the university, um, the moving encyclopedia of life, ever sipping out ounces and snippets of wisdom on a daily basis. So here are the six wonderful business lessons that I learned from my father that I want to share with you, my father and mother. Number one, never depend on one source of income. My parents, in their constraints of salaries, they, they get paid once in a month syndrome, understood that their single salaries of a teacher or that of a person who worked for civil aviation, Department of Civil Aviation, maybe now in modern times could probably be the equivalent of national airports. They understood that their salaries were not enough. The aspect of getting paid once a month was never going to be enough. So that is number one. If you are going to become the great version of yourself, getting paid once a month may not be sufficient for you. Number two, innovation within the aspects of your boundaries, the confines of your boundaries. You have to be innovative if you're going to be great, if you're going to achieve amazing, fantastic, phenomenal results. There has to be a sense of innovation. So, what did my father do? My father would travel from Lusaka all the way to Zimbabwe on a train to go and order hardware. At that time, Zimbabwe was doing very, very well as an economy in the 80s. And so they would bring that hardware and sell it over in Lusaka and so on and so forth. My mother would bake scones, make fritters, sell ice blocks. So they became innovative within the constraints of their environment. I've got two amazing friends right now in my life. One of them is far, 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 far in a place called Manyinga. This friend of mine is a farmer. Apart from being a farmer, they do have a job, a normal job. But every single year, they keep increasing their yield and their crop. And this friend of mine farms every single year. And I think this past season, they harvested close to 250 bags. And and that is with the drought. And now they are targeting more bags this coming season. I have another friend of mine. They run a hammer mill somewhere in Chipata. And every day they ask people to come and have their maize ground and turned into milling meal, and the shells, the maize bran, they load it on a truck every month or two, bring it to Lusaka, sell that. And these two friends of mine have done amazing things from that innovation. Based on their constraints, they have created a solution. So, entrepreneurship skills is not about, I wish I had this. It's about within what I have, within the timetable that I have, what can I do? That is what innovation is all about. It is asking yourself real questions based on real time scenarios. So, number one, do not depend on one income. Number two, you have to be innovative. Number three, start small. This philosophy, this ideology has since become the epitome and the zenith of who I am, the truest version of myself, that Mubita Nawa is really a guy, a man who has fundamentally believed in the aspect of starting from what he has. Some people joke about it, some people tease me about it, and they say, oh, motivational speakers say I started a restaurant with a teaspoon, or I built my house with one block, or I did this. Yes, as funny as that may be, as comical as that may be to you, to me it is a reality. It's a realism of who I am. So whether you look at our driving school, we started literally with one vehicle, a Toyota Vitz that was beat up, which we purchased for 10,000 kwacha from a friend. Whether you look at our school, Inspire Leadership School, we started with 6 children, literally six toothless children that we convinced, whose parents we convinced that we could run a school. And from that came an amazing leadership academy for young people. So you can go on and on and on and on and on. Our lodge, Munameho Lodge, was started with 6 guests from the United States of America. So that is our philosophy and ideology. And even when we look and evaluate at the businesses that we are running now, in essence, they are simply laybys of a greater things and a greater phenomenon and ideology that is yet to manifest itself. So when you believe in the concept of starting small, then you believe in the concepts and the biology of humanity. All of us were zygotes uh, with chromosomes from our mother and father that conjoined together in intimate convolutions. I don't know how you want to say it. And here we are today, 60,000 miles of nervous system and 240 something bones in our skeletons, fully formed, fully um, confounded and transformed by something that started in the dark corners of passion of our parents. That is number 3, start small. Number 4, perhaps one of the greatest aspects of all entrepreneurship is, can you grow that which you have? Many of us start, many of us we build, but we fail to grow what we have. There is a great parable in the Bible. There's a great parable in the Bible of a person of talents, people that were given talents to sow and so on and so forth. And one says he hid his talent um, in a bushel because he was scared of the master. The other one went and multiplied, and the third one also multiplied. And when the master returned, he punished the person who hid their talents because they did not grow that which they had. So that is number 4. You have to grow what you have. Meaning, year in, year out, there must be development in your life. Your personality, your financial, your character, your development has to show growth. In biology, if you don't grow, it's called stunted growth. So in finances as well, if you're not growing, you are stunted. Number 5, empower others to empower others. All entrepreneurial aspects have to do with the process of empowering other people, making sure that your legacy, your name, your business continues to transform and translate into the lives of other people. Last but not least, entrepreneurship is service. And perhaps for me, that is the deepest conversation that I've ever had with my soul and conscience. When we serve other people, when we build on service, we shall always be great. Christ was asked a question, or he asked a question, who is the greatest amongst yourselves? And the answer was straightforward: the one who serves others, the one who puts a towel around his waist and washes the feet of others. So that in service, in entrepreneurship that is service driven, there will always be growth. Look at the greatest companies in the world. They are serving someone. They are dishing out on a daily basis service-driven entrepreneurship, and that is the key to success. Thank you for joining us. Have a beautiful day. There you have it, the 6 entrepreneurship lessons that my father and mother taught me. I'm your friend and brother Mubita Nawa. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.